Hi everybody, it's Sarah. I don't know about you, but I've been staying at home. And you probably have too, right? One thing I've been doing besides working is I've been doing a little bit of shopping online. There have been some really great sales, and yeah, why not, right? So I stocked up and I bought several new tarot decks. And the first one has arrived, and of course, this is not a brand new deck. It's new to me, and it's an unopened deck, but it's been out for a while, a couple of years anyway, and I thought I would unbox it and review it for something different, right? So this deck is the Animal Tarot cards by Doreen Virtue and Ray Valentine. So let's open it up. This is a 78 card deck, and it has a 200-page small little guidebook inside. It was published in October of 2017. You can find it on Amazon. I'm looking right now for about $18.99. So right around $20 is, fair price for it. So it weighs about a pound and a half. So really heavy, good quality cardstock, so they are going to weigh a little bit more. Okay, so bear with me here as I tear into the box. Yeah, so if you haven't already, probably go make yourself a cup of tea, and let's do a deep dive into this product, yeah? So one thing worth noting too is this is a tarot deck, not an oracle deck, as so many of Doreen Virtue's other decks were. So we're going to have a different selection of cards or card types. These follow along with the Rider-Waite deck. We're going to have major cards as well as 4 different suits. My first impression of the cards are they are very thick, they're very bulky. Unfortunately, they are stuck together, but I mean, what are you going to do, right? They're good quality. You're just going to want to be really careful when you unwrap them, when you pull them apart so you don't end up tearing anything. The guidebook itself is rather thick, and it's basically what you would expect from a deck this size. Although I have seen smaller little pamphlets in card decks too, so yeah. The cards themselves are very vivid. The art is very good, and it looks like top quality printing. There's no bleeding. Yeah, I think the cards are very well made, and once again, it's what you would expect from Doreen Virtue. And at this point, I would say very much worth the money that I spent on them. I don't particularly like the border around them, and I would rather the pictures come to the end and it would not, not have this big bulky border. This feels more like something that would be a good deck if you're just starting out and you need these prompts. You need to definitely understand this is summer, this is winter, those kind of things. And that's fine. That's fine. It's just a personal preference. So, okay, let's lay the cards out. We're going to have 4 suits, which are, of course, winter, spring, summer, and autumn. And then we're going to have an array of the major cards following along with a traditional tarot deck. And also, I'm pleased to see that some of the Rider-Waite illustrations show up here. There's some symbolism that is transferred over into these more whimsical animal pictures. So I really like that. So that would make it easier too if you were a traditional reader and you wanted to incorporate this into a reading. It would make it a lot easier to understand. But of course it does have the name of the card, like, the Empress, the world on top of it as well. And just like the Justice card here does include a scale. There's a wide variety of animals. It's not just, small, cute critters. There are both domesticated animals as well as wild animals, and they seem to be from every continent. There's birds, and some of them are doing comical things or whimsical things, maybe I should say. And some of them are just kind of kick back, looking more natural. But all in all, they're very colorful. Like I say, they're very well drawn, and the print quality is very good. There's no bleeding, and it doesn't look like the cards are going to fade easily. The art is just beautiful. Would I actually use this deck regularly? I don't think so. But that being said, I started the beginning of this video about a month ago, and now I'm finishing it up after I have worked with the cards for about 30 days. And I have used them some. If you're a patron over on that side, you know I do a weekly card energy drawing, and I've been using these cards. And it's okay. I mean, we're getting a good reading, I think. But is it anything spectacular? No. I think over time, as we learn the cards, of course it gets better, and they seem to work fine with my energy. It's just, I don't know, they just aren't something that really calls to me. When I picked these out, I picked out several different decks, and I'll, fingers crossed, find time over the course of the summer to put those reviews up as well. But when I picked these out, I wanted something with the animal motif, but I think maybe I was expecting it to be more natural or something like that. I'm not really sure what I was expecting. If this calls to you, I would say for the price point, this is definitely a good investment because the cards are heavy duty and they will last for a long time. Just like I said, be careful because they are stuck together, so there might be some ripping or tearing. The guidebook is very good. I mean, for what it is. I mean, no, it's not a complete paperback, but it contains as much information as you're going to get from any card deck. So yeah, I mean, at this price point, if it calls to you, I would say, yeah, go ahead and purchase it. And if you want to go find them on Amazon, I put a link in the description box so you can go that way to find them. Overall, in doing the card readings, they've worked. Like I say, they've been fine. It hasn't been anything astounding. I really like Denise Linn's Soul Coaching deck. To me, those cards, while they're not, in my opinion, as pretty as these, maybe, they're very much more minimalistic, but they seem to connect well with my energy and get to the heart of the matter, where and maybe over time these would too. Like I say, I've only used them for a month, so you know, there you go. Overall, I would rate these very high. I would rate them very high for quality. This would probably make a really good starter deck because they do have information on them and they give you a lot of clues for interpretation. And that can be good and that can be bad because, as most readers out there know, the more time you spend with your cards and the more people you read for, you start to see patterns that maybe aren't in any recognized book, but you start seeing the pattern. Certain cards signify like marital problems and certain cards signify, you know, that there's some infidelity or things like that, that there really isn't a card in a book that's named as that, but yet you start seeing these patterns. And maybe you would with this as well. So that's kind of the downside. If you are constantly reading the cards, you don't allow room for spirit to come in and maybe add information. So there's that. But yeah, overall for the price, yeah, I don't think you could go wrong. And if they call to you, if the art is appealing to you, then yeah, why not? Why not? Check them out. Okay, I hope you found this little mini review helpful. If you want to know more, you can definitely find me online. And once again, thank you guys for being patrons and supporting the clinic. You guys rock. And if you want to see these cards in action, then you can go on over, and I'll put the link here because I am doing a weekly card pull to get an idea of the energy ahead for my patrons. And lately I have been using this deck, and maybe I'll do another one this week on the channel so you can just see the cards in action. Okay, so thank you guys, and once again, if you haven't subscribed, please do so you'll be notified of the next video. Reiki blessings. Bye bye.